Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Adventures in the TARDIS. A dimensional trap.
Hard to hear over this music.
I mean, on your side, you can definitely lower it, and we will lower it here as well. We are gonna keep this, by the way. Don't worry about that. But I'm definitely gonna add an extra info for this. There we go. This is our chapter today. Why can't I change the size? It doesn't let me change the size. There we go. Now we are just dimension stuffing with the fish. It tells us how
That changes the context of things. Maybe that changeling came there to check that out.
I need to know is, oh yeah. But yeah, where am I? In a good question, right?
No, you're not on the picture. Well, yeah.
Oh. I am here. I was heading the dimension tab.
Oh, God.
Let's technical combination for you, right?
This song's a little loud too.
And that's on your side. You can change this volume on this card.
That would lower your volume too.
No, it's a separate volume side though.
Wait, that's true. You're right.
Is it better now?
Oh yeah.
Okay, let's see about the surface. It's a trap! When Pen opened her eyes at the range of the TARDIS, he looked around and noticed a peripheral tension and gave determination of everyone in the room. Nobody's laughing, smiling, or joking, because they all know they are about to enter into what is perhaps their most challenging adventure yet. One so severe that the crew of one of the TARDIS, the Maxim, felt it was necessary to call for backup. If Element gets in this tense atmosphere, then he imagined vision suddenly who said again put us into the room shortly after Featherwind does. I mean, she probably does it before she enters.
Likely, yeah.
Maybe not because dimension stuff. But no, she can actually attune to others. 2 dimensions, if you think about that. Maybe later on. Something that he noticed. And they noticed that fellow will notice that they noticed him. But he is getting by silence at first. It is as if everyone there is nervous to speak up, because if they do, it will begin the next adventure, which might be so dangerous that someone here might not make it back this time. Halloween passes a look to Duffy. Duffy in turn notices that looks to Salming and Halloween at the same time. Who then looks at to Kelly, who then looks at Liza, who then looks at Gavstom, who then looks at Melina, who then looks at the drugstore. Drugstore is the only one who would at first not looking at anyone else because there's no other opponent in the room. Instead, he sits on the steps, leading up to the TARDIS controls. His hooves are pressed to his cheeks, there are modes of which has to his side. No, at this point you might not be 100% correct in he not looking at anyone, because the silence might be in the TARDIS. Once again, they all have been training for this mission for quite some time. Not to a level of perfection that might have taken beyond a lifetime. Instead, they have stayed together long enough to anticipate each other's moves, to get some good ideas about what to expect from each other. Their knowledge, energy, and to be caring for one another give them all moral support. One might say Vision is a grown woman now. Imagine they would be practicing for that long. Timey-wimey though.
Then the others would be just as older.
I mean, no! Because they can practice in another dimension. And for them, there might be a lot less time being skipped.
Perhaps, but wasn't the point to train together?
True. But Vision was also learning martial arts. Finally, Storming decided to be the brave one, like Link told. It's such a way to add together the element attention. The typical the very loud, very obnoxious here. When that is done, he does it aloud. Doctor, we are all here now. I know, I have eyes. Halloween and Vision have arrived. Halloween produces an attention of Starwing. By doing so, he won that who in this room is more motivated to rescue Crackle and the other family in the phone. Is it her or Salita? The one who swore he could protect Crackle? I mean, probably Salita. Maybe, in the end, it doesn't even matter. We tried too hard and got too far, right?
Exactly.
And then eventually figures they are all in this together. No, that is a Polish song now. Something else I have been noticing in everyone in this room is decked out, but here more fully than he has seen them in the past several weeks. Just about everybody in the room is wearing saddlebags except for Melina. You might not be correct with that because she can literally stop what you are seeing. She might be wearing saddlebags, but you don't see them. This is particularly out of place with Dr. Kelly. This is the first time Fender has seen that Polly wear saddlebags over her white medallion lab coat. It would be even more serious if the Doctor was wearing saddlebags. Still, he does not need to question why. Within the bag is undoubtedly various tools that Larry knew is used to work with. and among the skills uploaded into Fire Museum, which Dr. Kelly had seen as soon to. All of those tools may be far more primitive compared to what Dr. Kelly is used to, but now she has a sixth sense of how to wield them all. And she can now become a Super Saiyan if she collects them all. As far as Metal Gear is concerned, nobody is that more obvious than what Capsule is wearing. His wrapped in black chain. Okay then, Mr. God of War. One end of it has a short span blade, the other has a hook. Of course. In addition to that, he is wearing a quiver on his back full of javelins. From that, he is wearing a battle axe. At his hips, he is wearing a pair of scimitars. Finally, he is carrying a long spear, which has a leather strap on its 2 points. So he is very strong, but he likes to be far away from the enemy. It seems like to me. Because he's using a battle hammer basically with the chain and hook.
Yep.
And javelins.
Hey, battle axe you wheel up close.
Yeah. I mean, wait, is it a short battle axe or a 2-handed battle axe?
We'll learn about a pair of them later.
This story is a long breath. Before
I'm sorry. No, he was wielding a pair of scimitars. It says that. No, it's one battle axe. A double-headed battle axe.
But is it a long one with a pole arm or is it just a short one?
You could probably grab it with 1 or 2 hands.
The story is a long breath before he looks forward to initial darkest view. He announces. Before we head on, I have an important announcement for you all. That if either focuses on Salazar. Salazar, I would like you to take charge of this mission. What? The guy is outside the notion. But Doctor, you are planning on joining us this time, aren't you? Yeah, but we were being summoned by Salazar. We are under him at this moment. But let's take guards for backup on this mission for a reason. Of course, I will be joining you all. Dr. Ashad actually looks over the Durfee. I suppose Salazar to be in charge, but we are at this. Let me lift the wing in a hearty gesture as she said, "No offense, His Majesty, but you, Doctor, are the one with the most adventurous space of all of us. You might not be 100% right with that. You don't know how long has Your Majesty has been adventuring for." She fought her wing. I think the potential difficulty and scope of this mission comes from the most experienced one of us to be in charge. After all, it is not just our lives in the line, not just our lives in the line here, but anybody else who gets swallowed up by this fog.
Yeah, I read that. Sometimes they might say lives.
Yeah,
It's
but
the
this
same
time it's
spelling.
their lives.
Mhm.
I am aware of that. Dr. Ashad Saving actually looked at her. That's why I am participating in this mission, as we are all. As are we all. He looks at Salazar. When I tell you that I'm leaving you in charge, that includes the authority to pass the back to me, or any of the rest of us. Don't be sweet with authority, as she asked. No. Dr. North Salazar, who was looking back at the doctor. Dr. said to him, You were the one who took immediate initiative, the moment we arrived in critical time period. In fact, you were immediately in front of the door to our ship, and we arrived in this time period as well. Then, you guided us to your wonderful facility, the Event Horizon, to which I assure you that I have been most impressed with the rest of the mission statement of the rest of the Knights of the Hourglass so far. I am amazed what I have made. Now, however, I want to see your potential in action, but counts the most during an actual adventure. Ah, so this is a test. So what's all, the best of what the knights have learned from us so far. But you do, the rest of us will be here to support you. Wait, no, hold on. I can't show you everything that I learned because that would be spoilers.
Objection.
You did that today, no too. Having in mind the doctor, I see you seem more silent guys now. Why? Because giving the lead away is more adventurous than leading sometimes. Don't you agree?
Well, last time he did leave too. That's why he left her in charge, and that was her mission. She was the one that brought them on the mission. This time he'll be an observer and a participant.
Yeah. If the doctor answers, he told the doctor what Marino. Each a meaningful look. He was answering his gaze to our wing, as he answered. Because this journey is not just about Time Lord and ladies, we need to lead charge now. We are all in this together. And I have to know you are all ready to take responsibility for that, just in case the rest of us can. I will be here to support you all in this mission. But what if I can be in the future? I want to see if you are all ready for that. If not, then I feel it is my job to prepare you all for the possibility. This is literally what the hunter exam was all about in Ruby. And in Hunter as well. And we are looking over what you are doing, but we are not gonna interfere unless necessary. Thank you for your word of confidence. Sometimes that's the doctor. He then looks around the others as he assured. I shall endeavor my utmost to not let any of you down. Can I, in turn, count on the support of the rest of you? One by one, he gets a nod from the others. Definitely the most reluctantly, but she felt assured by the fact that the doctor is indeed joining them this time. Funny we mentioned objecting. We can think about this a little bit more seriously. Yes, he's joining, but he never said he's not leaving in the middle of the mission. That would be the most annoying thing if he just left. In the end, this is what she cares about the most. I will assign some leaders as the situation warrants, as I informed the group. And then mentioned that the ropes, there exists a possibility that some or all of us may have to split up. If that happens, I want your objectives to be clear. Yeah, we have to split up. We have to make sure that the enemy can change into one of us while we are not together. I'm calling it now. This is definitely the theme that has happened in the mid-6th episode. but I can make some goals for Twilight and others. And
Keep that in mind as you read the next paragraph.
Fortunately for us, I have implanted you all with the fragment of the communication crystal that we can remind the group. That will also inform me of the medical status of you all. And it may also let me identify you if you are still really you.
Yeah.
But what if Dr. Kennedy is the one being replaced? Hmm? Which is why I'm appointing you as the communications officer during this mission. Turns out if I'm Dr. Kelly. You might actually be the most successful of this group, and now we keep that in mind. Even as we speed up, you can keep us all connected if there is not a problem with the medical side. The medical signal these guys are projecting. So they can literally play Solid Snake during that during this mission.
Something like that, yeah.
And then I have to warn you all that another communication we are attempting to perform beforehand failed. Because of that, there stands a chance that such things might not be reliable there. I don't think you can make it to the rest of us via the wind and vice versa. How do you know that there is wind inside the fog? It might be just a magical something nature as the Amalfi Forest. Right?
Yeah, possibly, yeah.
Wait, can find the wind listen to the wind in the Amalfi Forest?
I would say it's rather likely. Even when the wind has a mind of its own, he knows how to talk to it properly.
Yeah, the wind in the Amalfi Forest is like, just saying like, leave now! So we remind you, if the Canadian communication crystal failed to for some reason, Panel's methods might be a reliable backup strategy. We warned that it would be more delayed compared to the instant communication that the Canadian crystal can offer. Offer though, it also won't provide as much information, just verbal messages. I am not sure about that. Counterpoint.
And, he received a huge download of information over at, the ocean planet when he first got there. Moments after he stepped out of the ship, it tried to give him the entire history of the planet.
There you go, this is my counterpoint. They can not only share words, but feelings as well. I would say it can even provide more information than the crystal. Interpreting is a different point, but
You gotta keep in mind what it would know to be able to share. It's not likely to provide as much detailed medical jargon as Dr. Kelly could.
true. But others wouldn't understand the medical jargon either, so
As I gave the example earlier, she could provide medical jargon and probably all kinds of other stuff, while the wind in one planet tried to download the entire history of it from the wind's perspective. But that's still a lot.
yeah. Or perhaps a letter, or a map. Let me say yes. If you're using the wind to deliver Marvel machine, it can also it probably can deliver anything else that is light enough to be blown by the wind. Yeah, imagine if they want to say something, they make a paper plane and just
In the picture you just showed of Pocahontas, it was also being blown. There's little leaves in the wind, which is could be as Derpy suggested, a deliberate delivery system.
Yeah, I mean, in that they could totally just animate with otherwise
So
showing
yeah,
somebody
if it's
come.
folded up as a paper airplane, you might be able to deliver written messages about as fast as Spike sends and receives them.
No,
Maybe
Spidey is faster.
that might be. I mean, I never saw the letters travel through the air going towards him.
Yeah, they can, but the others can, but the enemy can see the paper plane. That would actually be a very good distraction. That's a good point. Now we realize it with an oscillation and then pass look by a Duffy. You're thinking, Duffy? Imagine if they made like 1,000 of paper plates and sent them to the enemy to the wind. Hey, never this. What's coming, man? Nothing missing nifty. We have all trained for this, we for this. So I might go. Remember, and we proceed forward. So they have trained at least 2 weeks. Otherwise it wouldn't be the plural. We don't know how much, but at least 2 weeks. I know, just as I'm sure the rest of you do, that no matter what we will encounter out there in this world, I can count on you all. He nods at them, or confidently. So let's do this. I'm bring home a win. There's only one. The group responded with a cheer. They were all rejoiced. Yay! Even Kelsum in this old silent way. He does so by raising a fist. And with that, Doctor, I believe we are ready. A shot as he looked back at the ground time lord. Take us into the fog. It's right in a standing position. On top. On top step. The doctor told her as he said, "You've written." So, he's still leading.
Well,
Literally,
at
the
least
leader
piloting.
started leading the way.
Make it so.
Being so. Don't need happy music.
I should say thematically that better music for this next scene is sort of tense, startled.
Oh god. I might have to stop. Yeah, I will definitely need to stop for this one then. Oh my god, I probably will wait.
Maybe you can save these on playlist or bookmark on the online, so you don't have to remember the name. Just like categorize this as the folder as music or something like that.
And that's fine. That's fine. It's not
Okay.
too traumatizing, but well, yeah, it's traumatizing move because it is from trauma center. What was that? The Fiat started. Got it after the ship show. What? The doctor exclaimed in confusion. He really spinning the monitor ahead of him, hiding the information on it. Whatever he seen, the notice it takes him aback. Again, he seemed all living creatures I found in this time. What? Bloody hell! This can't be right! Is something the matter, Doctor? And there's a to ask, but the warship ended up getting shaky in the end. Everybody in the TARDIS control room now has to fight for the man. Her wing, however, leaves her on between Derpy and Mission. The giant wings end up covering and knocking most of the others down. The Lord maintains his balance, but in the easily holds her balance, Gavsop is knocked to his knees. The carrier facilitated a force bubble around herself and floats a bit off to the ground. Because of that, she's already standing within the force field. She looks around the others and internally debates whether she should do that for the others too. Grab her decide, she looks up at the ceiling and around the room to determine how strong the structural integrity remains in the room. I mean, now I'm thinking, how would the shaking affect you if you are in the air, just flying?
It shouldn't. Yeah, you're right.
It says it should because the TARDIS has its own gravitational field.
Right now, it's the walls and ceiling, floor that's shaking. If you're not touching it, that part won't affect you.
As for Featherwind, he wasn't mad, but he accuses himself, and several others nearby, with his telekinetic magic to resist the man. He frantically lifts his hand left and right, and looks back at the doctor in alarm, with the hopes that the traveler can either explain or alleviate this. The ship rolls violently one final time, then everything settled after that. Silence hangs in the room shortly after, as everyone in the room tries to digest what just happened. Sophie just happens to be the first one to voice it, but only after she spits a few of stern long brown feathers out of her mouth. Oh no! Let's... Okay, give me a second.
She said it spits, not splits. Maybe that's what you said. He came back with a prize.
Yeah, she was looking at me expectantly to get the bat. I don't know how much you could hear. She was happy.
I didn't hear that, but yeah, you're done with that paragraph.
What happened, Doctor? Sophie acted confusion and concern. It was easily one of the roughest landings we have ever made in the ship. What do you think we have landed? Why do you think that? We might still be in the air. That's again and Durfee. This year, he found the commitment apparently noteworthy. Is he aware of the future is destined and then entered in the ship? And those with it will go too. I'm still trying to figure this out. Hang on. Dr. agreed as he aimed his nose through them and he goes on. And not some scared. He waves at nothing back and forth, and it emits a noise. When it stops, he pops open the hidden compartment within the thing, showing the information he just scanned for. It is basically just a stupid plan that kids were using to cheat. Remember that plan that had a hidden compartment with the small people inside? Upon doing so, he learned that the knowledge controls themselves work just fine, though they are a little off for now. If the setting is correct, then that indicates the information he saw on the scale of what to go is also correct, despite the fact he gave him a strange report. Doctor ends up setting his hand in confusion, and he leads his hand forward to take a closer examination of the data his scale is telling him. At first, he's still confused, but he carefully examines it for some kind of pattern. Eventually, he does emerge. One does emerge and starts to explain the situation to him. He gets it now, with an innocent in a muffled tone, but still under... Oh, sorry. There you go. But still understanding. After that, he says to herself, "This gets old for me." Then muffled. Mama.
Yeah.
Having compared closely, he puts her wings to her back and then on the ground slowly. As she does so, she carefully scans the mouth most visually and auditory. Her eyes and ears keep nothing and swimming about for any kind of danger. Now that I think about it, Wind is capable of doing to capture out the royal voice with the wind. If you fully think about that.
Usually makes his voice quieter, but considerably more distant.
Yeah, but he is capable of doing it.
Yep.
Do you want to run? Okay, you can go if you want.
To mention that, funny enough, the first time he ever used that ability in Skydancer, it was specifically targeted at Celestia.
You dare to raise your voice on me?
Actually, it made her intrigued.
The scary for her part believes the major danger is now behind them. So she floats back down to the ground and moves her for a moment. She also wants her to the road, with in mind. The out and can do interior of the ship. It looks fine for now, but she wants more precise data just to be sure. As Scarf summarizes back to a standing position, Helena asks him, "You okay there, big guy?" Vesper looks at his leash and not confidently nods. I just realized his vow of silence actually stops him from saying yay or cheer as well.
Yep.
And it is not just a magically induced vow, it's just a normal one, right? That he made.
Loud. Yeah.
Herman heard his telekinetic hold of the as he as the doctor. In then too, you have some idea what just happened? I already told you the rest of I told the rest of you that every form we ever sent in the fog never returned. It's a black hole. Now never mind. His eyes shifted to look at the doctor. He never knew why the probes failed to return to us, Let's expect the doctor is beginning to realize why many of the information displayed on the screen. It might be a dimension door as well.
Could it be a dimensional trap?
Yeah? It could be. The side as he looks down, closes his eyes and rubs the bridge of his muscle. After a moment, he knows a bit as he said, I think I saw a thing too. He then peers up and looks across his screw. I already told some of you earlier that the way we time loss between these shifts is we have to mentally calculate specific time and place within the universe. Every small moment within the universe has one with a few rare exceptions. If there are exceptions, then it simply has something to do with local spatial phenomenon. That is among the things we have to calculate when we plot a course before we take off. So approaching the area around the corridor and dips his paws around them. He continues by saying, in order for all of this work to work, we have to measure all of those calculations based on the numerical constant of the universe. And this one is not a constant. He looks at the screen above his console and not to it. Except now, according to the readings I'm looking at on the screen, all the values are normally navigated by are off. So lose my magnetic screw. It tells me I've entered into a different universe. Ah! So the only thing that this phone does is basically just dividing by 0. And makes all the calculations messed up. You know that. Well, not fully 0, but very close to 0.
There was one time in the show where the TARDIS had warped within the TARDIS of the Master Ship. So then when you leave the Doctor Ship, you enter the Master Ship. But if you leave the Master Ship, you enter into the TARDIS.
Yeah?
And it just
But
continuously loops like that.
a different universe? And they're asking carelessly. Says that like it's not even like they were never in a different universe before. Kind of like thought it. We realized ships like these exist within their own separate dimension as well. I mean, if they wanted to, they can make the TARDIS become a fog. Or look like a fog from the outside.
Oh, yeah.
Which is precisely why the talking and shaking earlier shouldn't have happened. So figured with the film. So what is Doctor? I'm still not totally sure, Doctor implies. But within the fog, whatever it really is, it's able to operate on its own mathematical constant, and it threw the rest of the figures I normally rely upon out of whack. I know what that little number is. But it's I or E, I don't know exactly. It was a long time. Yeah, I think it was I. There's a self-made number which is close to 1, but not 1. And you can mess up the whole thinking with that. It was a long time ago when I learned that. And it can mess up all the calculations you do, but also can solve something that you can't solve usually.
Last thing
So,
you read is out of whack.
yeah.
Okay.
Basically, this is something similar probably. It throws off the calculations. Here, otherwise. You know that? We had a override to the dimension tunnel. If we encounter something unusual within there during mid-test one, it does have the material effect whatever happens here. This would also explain why Apple failed to return, but they realized it truthfully. It can warp too, just like a ship can, but to do it, and the fundamental principles of dimensional travel must not be changed. If they are, then the probe simply gets lost and confused. That was not in agreement at the end. I'm starting to think the fork is in the inverse universe too. What does that mean, Doctor? There appears confusion. Well, how do I explain? Doctor wondered as he looked up truthfully toward the ceiling. Allow me! This guy about it, like great hologram in front of Luffy. Read it? In this page is square, and now you have notes with it. Logically, you are gonna make Duffy even more confused. I'm calling it now. From there, she explained that this must in the toilet itself, or some other kind of room we are in. And each of the 4 walls on the outer border of this room has a door. The red dots represent us, by the way. She goes to Duffy. You following along so far? Uh-huh! Duffy confirmed as he nodded her head with a rattling sound. The typical cartoon sound. They can't imitate. Okay then, the guy continued. If we are in the inverse universe, then it loops within itself. He was trying to leave this room to one of the doors. In the hologram that he is floating in front of Duffy, there was a note loop beside that. Except this time, a light is in the note and leads to number 1. To have this image a particular note. The note goes to one of the doors on one of the walls that attempts to leave it. When not, however, the door on the other end of the room opens inwardly. Once the landlord leaves the room on one side, they in the same room on the opposite end. The point of security and a bunch of question marks around the landlord labeled on one hand to not confusion. I have a better thing that you can do logically. Just open this one.
Do you remember the?
There you go. There's an inverted universe for you.
Dr. Horsling did something like that too. He created inverse dimensional trap to trap the vampires with him.
Yeah. You see, it's currently as nothing. No one any of the notes attempt to leave the room, they loop over to the other side. Oh yeah, I have a better one. There you go. It isn't entirely my universe, because if you leave on one side, you just enter another.
Exactly.
Have like and a lot of other games in the NES saga. Have like a mirror aimed at other mirror. Has been figured. It gets you infinite copies of whatever affected between them. What you have to one of the two mirrors, then the affected mirror you does the same. To the room you just left. No actual progress will be made. I mean, literally, just this. There you go. There's an infinite copy of what you see. Inside the infinite copy of what you see. Inside the infinite copy of what you see. Right? I have to find where I was. Here. Oh no, you have seen through my technical difficulties. Oh no.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
The Wizard of the Walls.
He then regards the doctor. Sorry.
What?
Towards the middle of the paragraph, he then regards the doctor.
As he said, I guess this illusion system may have crafted in more complicated than anyone thought, right? And then he said, as if we knew that the probe sent in the fog earlier failed to return for some reason. Now we are beginning to see why. The individual mirrors used to follow one another time lord, but to explain to its crew. Not one of the nicer ones, might I add. I might add. He said and he said. My point is, there are certain things she would have picked up from him. Because I wouldn't think any other mortal like to pick up. I mean he is, they are not a mortal anymore. Because of the symbiote. But the concept is not closer than I would have expected earlier. For sure, we are dealing with another dimension with its own kind of dimensional coordinates, and whatever principle it relies upon is different from the default universe we came from, but the only thing is that I didn't calculate with it. But now I know that it's here, I can calculate and correct our way. Right? That's the on purpose, so like a field. Mirage knew that there are those out there with ships like this, who might come after her someday. That when they knew, she probably wanted to arrange to help us, and take your authorities. It is said of me. To do that, it does not specifically require her to have intimate knowledge of how the dimensional tower works. Only to take the concept and its default formula and change something so the new results within the fork are different. If it happens, then all the calculations we have relied upon are out of whack, so unknowing it are within this universe. And so I found it. The mathematical constant I is the one that I was searching for. That is literally what this thing is not. It's a very strange number. I don't know how much you can handle that. Either way, it messes, if you don't know about it, it messes up all your math.
With the paragraph.
Yeah. And within the universe, an inverse universe, yeah. We can't really escape either. But in the end, if anyone touches the other border of the fork she made, we will send the loop to the opposite side if we attempt to talk through it. No, there is always a highway door, as we learned from all the video games. You can escape the boundaries of everything. You can get out of the side of the game, even with all the inverse loops. I mean, all we need to do is this. Yes, we can break through the inverse boundaries, and they might actually do something like that to break through it. Right? A dimensional attempt on the element simply as he look passes from Maladina, where she spoke, then he got looked again. I started to
We
think
should
that
probably ask Admiral Akbar for a second opinion.
who?
We should probably ask Admiral Akbar for a second opinion.
Why?
Well, look up his name then. Admiral Akbar, what he likes to say.
Like what?
ACKBAR.
Oh, him. And he would like to say eight and a half. I didn't know that's his name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think that whatever his ultimate goal is, the step in the sun has just been accomplished. For the likely capture Kakko was simply securing the main. Oh, I actually have to reverse the whole situation. He is the one fishing for you. And you are the one fishing for her as well. Like, giving her another fishing stamp, and they are using the same mate. The one she was really after was Lord in the TARDIS. It is a more step forward. Most important, I imagine he was hoping to tap either you, Vector, or your old enemy. In her mind, she probably prefer both. Because you tried to kill the symbiote, and I said in the tone of realization, I see you're the too. And the symbiote is the one influencing her now. It may be that the two don't want revenge, and also you stole a very small. The Israelites stole her ship. Not further about that. Actually, as he gets to the side of his head, I can see another potential layer of the plan. His roof returns to the ground. The team might learn and absorb whatever traits each of his previous hosts had ever had, and include their intelligence. The base team might is only as smart as its smartest host, and it includes the combined knowledge of they all had. If the team might ever to 7% Doctor, then you could. We would all be in severe trouble. Oh my Celestia! And the same with wide, horrified eyes. If all the Doctor's knowledge, resources, and intelligence were to be used against us, then we would all have to fire up our flags. This could be the ultimate goal. Was the group as they look from further up the back to the Doctor. Them meaning combined consciousness of Mirage and the Symbiote. What we have here in the term, it can actually contain a ship like the TARDIS. Actually, you the Doctor and one of those. This she seems to prepare in such a specific way, isn't her endgame plan. So what do we do then? So we ask now. Should the Doctor see this as a child? If we suspect he is what she is really after, then would the smart thing to be deny her the possibility? I mean, you can't really do that now, because you are already in the camp. Not necessarily. So that's an objection. We are forgetting the very dangerous opponent right now. That's why I called for backup. Number one, I started to realize the full scope of what I was up against. We will shoot ourselves in the hole if we never left our message sword behind, even if we are aware of what she might be really after. If we is back to the Doctor, I only gave this warning so that we can remain aware of the one part of her plan now. Then in turn, can aid us in circumventing it. The Doctor looks down, thinks about this for a moment, then nods as he looks back at Senator and said, "You are right, by that, I mean all of what you said. I should say go, but that said, we need to remain aware of what her probable plans are. And make plans and preparations accordingly," the guy decided. "I have already given you all a new blood of Sally Crystal. I can use to monitor your status and location. At this point, I will need to find out if this kind of information can be reliable within the new dimension we find ourselves in. If it does work, then I can thank you all now. It means that she can throw some obstacles in our way. But if we can at least determine where all of us are, then we have a chance to have a rescue room, just in case she pulls left and near us. I mean, there is still a possibility that if you leave the door, you just happen to a random location inside the fog to begin with."
You made a good point earlier too. That plan falls apart if Dr. Kelly's the one targeted.
Yeah? I mean, the problem is, I know I am a spoiler that Dr. Kelly is not gonna be in the team later on. At one point, he either leaves or gets killed.
Yep.
I wonder if your dimension circle will still work, and I wonder that will worry. In the dimension school with the dimensional coordinates, there is problem in my friend here. Then they found the can counter. In the inverse universe, just about anything would have a hard time escaping. Even energy signals would be affected within this universe, this new universe. However, since the TARDIS and my would-be teleportation circles are more within this universe, then the possibility that they can commune with each other is everywhere else outside this world is now inaccessible. I mean, that teleportation circle might be the one that's needed to break the rules. That isn't entirely how you can break rules if you have teleportation circle in some of the games. Just by screwing with the numbers a little bit. We need to do some tests, but to advise Dr. Kelly with a very serious tone and expression towards her. Agreed, this can apply to the doctor. As always, a methodological scientific approach is the best method to solve problems. Doctor? Let me chime in. Actually, sort of looks from the Dr. Kelly the doctor. Yeah, it's like, doctor, nothing looks at the doctor from the doctor to the doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
If all you say is true, then how do we get out? Say the temple circle not say work. In this case, it will only allow us to return to the ship, or whatever else is placed on the temple circle. How do we escape the fog entirely? We go to the source. Tell the expert and say you're nothing. Our objective then is to either capture, scan, or use the illusion sector itself, or secure the corporation of Mirage. If we get her on our side somehow, and she can use the sector to secure an exit route for us. And this plan falls apart if she can make the fog outside of the sector zone. Because then you will not be able to get to the sector.
Well, she let out cornstalk, so she can certainly let out herself.
I mean, yeah. By doing that, it probably quite difficult, so like as she remains influenced by the new by the symbol within her. And within mind the group, then looks at the doctor. And the last time you find the main horse of the symbol, you will get to know it without killing the primary horse. Okay, I'm gonna call it now. There is one item that is gonna solve this whole thing. I don't remember the name of it, but the crystal cutter. That's the kicker still had.
Something that Salazar may have ejected her with?
The one that is made to be able to cut the crystal perfectly, that has been made by
The sonic resonator. Okay.
yeah, that one. That is the only item that solved this case. Somehow, Mirage is gonna take away the Sonic 2 level from the Doctor, and the Doctor is gonna take hold of the Sonic Resonator and use it as a Sonic screwdriver to disable the scepter. That's what I imagine is gonna happen. It might not, but it's a possibility. I might be able to help with that, but to carry it from the group. But to do it, I need to secure and scan a sample of the wires. Do anything you can do that safely? Solving and Dr. Kelly cautiously, as she can. This probably isn't the kind of virus you have dealt with before. This one is sentient. I mean, kind of all of them are, but... It's been actively anti-internet too. And if you accidentally get infected, it can use you against us. Caution is totally warranted, but you can agree with something. Believe me, I consider that, and I have a few ideas in mind. I have injected myself with the virus immediately. So if it infects me, it kills me with him. What's the yes plan? Terminate his small blue hoof on the skeleton film, since that is easier for him to reach from his low position. And then shows her. I tested the hoof on this brutally, my friend. Also, I somehow still think that this is not the same Symbiote. The one that has been injected with the virus has died, has perished. You can go back to the other one, there we go.
You could be right.
Why thank you, Halloween. This can reply with a deep thought of appreciation. For the moment, when I begin as he looks elsewhere from the physicality to scanning everyone around him. I think we should proceed with the operation. To that end, in order to serving, we shall engage with with standard landing protocols. I don't know where I had log. There is no log in that whole sentence, or that whole paragraph to begin with. After scanning the perimeter, I found outboundly from there. And then the whole looping point will be that there is no landing point in the whole inverse universe. In just fog, everywhere. No code. I mean, it can be.
Well, then maybe the Pegasi can stand on it?
Yeah, but the TARDIS cannot land. I mean, which is not true because we know that they can land in the space as well.
As gravity, it'll keep on falling in that case. If it doesn't, then it's just floating in that mist void.
Yeah, I gotta do something like this. There you go. This is the whole plan right here. I will laugh if there's just an island.
The Masterpiece Edition instead of the Sucky Edition.
I mean, it has to be the Masterpiece Edition because we have 2 time nodes here.
Hmm?
I mean,
Well,
1 time node and 1 time node.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I meant Bernardino, not Teresa. The problem is that I believe that the myth is not just a myth. It is very much capable of showing you problematic pictures, and Bernardino has very hard PTSD.
Oh yeah. As Salazar explained earlier, the greatest weakness for her right now is she's emotionally fragile.
So, the greatest weakness of her is literally what the enemy has right now. A nightmare-inducing fog.
And fear is one of the things that the Symbiote can feed upon.
And not just a Symbiote. It's gonna be, it is the ultimate meaning. If you can feed on fear, but you can also feed on positive energy, which, if you feed on it, it only leaves the negative energy. So you have
Uh-huh.
infinite feeding, basically.
Well, the changeling could also feed on love too.
Yeah, that's why I said that. He can actually empower herself. She is a changeling and a symbiote at the same time. I can feed
I'm
on
so
your whole being.
scared that you. I'm so scared about the fact you can drain my energy, but I also love it.
But that's a very funny situation. One day I gotta do. They have to have a thought process of how to even leave the TARDIS to begin with. Because they cannot do that at the moment. I am gonna laugh if they are actually making the fourth wall by making the wall of the TARDIS. And that's how they leave.
Oh man. Um.
Or
You
face
just
to the wall.
you just made me realize that had Pinkie Pie been a part of this party, she might have been able to escape the fog because she walks through the fourth wall.
Yeah? I mean, her powers are literally making the inverse universes of the whole thing. Making the first one is making the inverse universe to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
So, what they are in is literally like a Kinder Surprise or a Material Control. Then they are inside the inverse universe, inside the inverse universe, which might be in another universe. I mean, they are in another inverse universe as well, because they are in MLP.
Yeah. Well, um, I don't know if the TARDIS is an inverse universe, but it is its own
At this
universe,
moment,
and
at this
that is
moment it
now
is.
within the Fog of Fear, which is an inverse universe, and the Fog of Fear is in the normal universe.
Yeah? I mean, you don't know,
There's
if you think about that, it might be just an inverse universe because you can go around it, at least that's what you think, but you might actually just extend and go to another end. It has never been
Wheels on
proven
the
otherwise.
Wheels. Mm.
I mean, it is an inverse universe from what we see because the Doctor was not capable of going back to her to his own body yet, to his own universe. He never tried, but he couldn't. He doesn't know how he got here to begin with, and he is stuck in it. That's why I'm calling it an inverse universe as well.
At least somewhat enjoying it. The Doctor likes these ponies.
We have a universeception. And there is a whole universe inside Vision as well, where the Nanites live.
Got
He has,
Bamboo. He's looking up at this text. Is thinking interesting. Just tapping his
she has,
lips.
she has already been injected with another boss, right?
Who?
Vision.
Yes.
Yeah, so her body is a universe as well. But in a way, I have no idea otherwise making the first one how they are gonna get out of
Well,
the TARDIS.
those nanites supposed to make Vision healthier. They're it might have and make her more resistant to the virus too. In that case.
I mean, there is some crystal money that they can use to make more forceful. But
Okay.
I don't know how.
Okay.
Anyway, we are coming back
Well,
tomorrow with more horses, more mass.
Di- Discord and Trouble could probably have no trouble popping in and out.
Maybe they might have because they are in the upper layer of the universe. They have no problem making one force one, but they have to make two like three at this moment to get to the TARDIS.
From what I could see, they have no trouble going through the fourth wall, but all three of the other walls as well.
Maybe they are
As well
already
as
here.
as well as perhaps the floor and ceiling.
I mean, this one has the right idea. They have to go to the ticker. But yeah, in a way, tomorrow we are doing some Max Max, and the next day we are gonna do some Content of the Justice. If there's nothing coming in to make us stop.
That game, Mirror's Quest, I have a few predictions about that, but I could say that for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Since
And
I've been thinking about it for a while, I don't think I'll forget.
no, you will forget the moment you were thinking about it. And
Instantly, boom.
oh, I see the password is gonna be longer. That might be actually too faster. But in a way, let me fix this here fast. 3. Gonna be next one. And see you next time. Bye bye.